The hospital had been shut down for years. They told me the service elevator didn't work anymore. But every night, it moved on its own. The first time I saw it open on the cameras, I thought it was just a glitch. The second night, I heard a voice whispering from the elevator shaft. And by the third night, I realized I wasn't guarding an empty building. Something was guarding me. I never thought a simple night shift job could ruin my life. I was broke, desperate, and behind on rent. So, when the security company offered me a position at Mercy Pines Hospital, I didn't ask too many questions. The building had been closed for nearly 15 years. Some parts were being renovated, others left to rot. My job was simple. Sit in the guard booth, watch the cameras, check the doors, and call if anyone broke in. The manager, a short, stern man with thick glasses, gave me one warning. Stay out of the service elevator. It doesn't work. Don't touch it. Don't answer if it calls. I laughed it off. An elevator? Really? What was it going to do? Take me to hell? Looking back now, maybe it already did. The hospital smelled like mold, rust, and old antiseptic. The kind of smell that sticks to your throat. The control room was small but warm, lined with aging monitors. 5 cameras still worked. Lobby, corridors A and B, basement stairs, and service elevator. The elevator cam flickered constantly. Static, faint light, shadows. Around 1:13 a.m., the feed changed. The elevator doors creaked open on the monitor. A faint light glowed inside the shaft. I stared. No one had called it. The building was empty. Then, the timestamp froze. The monitor displayed 3:13 a.m. instead of 1:13 a.m., and a voice, deep, distorted, crackled through the guard radio. The next night, I tried to convince myself it was just a glitch. Old wiring, broken cameras, maybe even a prank. But at 2:22 a.m., the guard phone rang. I froze. Nobody was supposed to call me, not at night. The ringing wouldn't stop. I picked up. Static. Then a whisper. "Open it!" My skin crawled. The line went dead. A loud crash echoed through the hallway. I grabbed my flashlight and ran. At the elevator, the steel gate was half open. The shaft yawned into blackness. Rusted chains dangled inside. The elevator car was gone. And yet, the call button glowed red. On the third night, the building felt different. Colder. The halls echoed strangely. Every camera glitched except the elevator. The gate swung open by itself, slow and deliberate. I watched in frozen horror as something stepped out. A tall, gaunt figure in a torn hospital gown. Its head tilted unnaturally, eyes glowing faint white. It walked stiffly like its joints were broken. It stopped, turned, stared directly into the camera. Then vanished. I ran to the hallway. Nothing. Just the open elevator, black and hollow. A cold wind brushed my neck. A whisper followed. "Stay. I thought about quitting, but I needed the paycheck. That night, I brought my friend Luis to keep me company. At 3 a.m., the elevator light blinked on. The doors opened. Luis laughed nervously. "Bro, it's just power fluctuations. Watch." He stepped toward it. The call button turned green. I grabbed his arm. "Don't." He looked at me like I was crazy, but the elevator doors slammed shut before he could move. Then the entire building shook, like something massive was moving underground. When it stopped, the monitors showed nothing. Every camera was dead, except one. It showed the guard booth, and standing behind us, a tall figure, its hand reaching for Luis's shoulder. We turned around. Nothing there. The fifth night, I was alone again. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the phone rang. This time, I didn't answer, but the elevator came anyway. I heard its chains groaning, its wheels grinding. The doors opened. Inside was a stairwell descending into blackness. Not possible. The elevator didn't go down. There was no basement below this floor. A hand gripped the doorframe from inside. Long, bony skin hanging loose. I slammed the door shut and locked it, but the whisper slid through the walls. By the sixth night, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating. The manager called to check in. I told him everything. He sighed. "You looked at it, didn't you? You listened." "What the hell are you talking about?" I snapped. He whispered. "No one guards it twice. You should have left after the first night." Then he hung up. The final night, I sat frozen in front of the monitors. At 3:13 a.m., the screens all went black. A single feed returned, and the elevator, its doors opened, and I saw myself inside, sitting in the corner, eyes wide, whispering, "Don't stay." Then the lights died. The last thing I heard was the grinding of chains, the the sound of something massive descending, and a voice so close it was inside my ear. "You're mine now." I don't remember leaving, but weeks later, a package arrived at my apartment. Inside was a single photograph. It showed me sitting at the guard station, and behind me, that same pale figure from the elevator, its face pressed close to mine, its mouth stretched into a grin. There was no note, no explanation, just the image. And sometimes, at night, when I close my eyes, I feel it. The sensation of moving downward, slowly, endlessly, like an elevator with no bottom.